Tenakwe. In this lesson, we are going to introduce what's known as the sine rule for level 2 trigonometry. So, with the sine rule, we're going to be working with triangles that are not right angled. Up till now, we've always had right angled triangles, Pythagoras, etc. Well, now we're going to be looking at not right angled triangles. All right, now with the sine rule, it's going to be used to find the length of an unknown side or angle. And here's the important part. The sine rule can be used in any triangle where a side length is known and its opposite angle are known. So in order for the sine rule to work, you must know a side length and the side opposite from that. And then when we say the opposite angle, it's the one that opens up to the side that faces it, not one of the angles that touches it. So side B here is opposite angle B. Side A is opposite angle A, etc. Now this is the sine rule. I want you to put this into your notes. Little a over the sine of capital A equals little b over the sine of angle B, etc. And one thing we want to know is the lowercase letters are always going to be the length of a side, and the capital letters will always be the measure of the angle. And this tells us the ratio or fraction of side A divided by the sine of angle A is equal to the length of side B divided by the sine of angle B, etc. All right, so type of triangles you can use, all four. You can use the sine rule for any type of triangle. Now the labeling is going to be important, and we're going to label the vertex with a capital letter. So whenever you're measuring where the angle is, capital letter, and the side that is opposite that angle will always get a lowercase letter. And we can refer to the angles in several different ways. My suggestion is to use all three letters. So with this one, you could call that angle B, capital B, or A, B, C, the middle letter telling us where the turn or the elbow is. You could also say C, B, A. The important thing is the angle that we're looking to identify must be in the middle. Next. All right, so labeling these sides, if this is angle X, this is going to be little x in green. If this is angle Y, this is going to be lowercase y in blue. And if that's angle Z, here in red will be side Z. And each vertex or angle has a corresponding side length on the opposite side. So as we said, the lowercase letter opposite from the capital letter. Okay, you should be able to label these sides now. Should be able to label vertices now. Identify the angle that is opposite the side length A. Well, there is my side length A, so the angle will have to be the 36. All right, so given triangle ABC, the sine rule tells us that the ratio between a side length and the sine of its corresponding angle is equal for all the sides. Please make sure this is in your notes. As each ratio in the sine rule must be equal, we can solve for the other sides and angles by substituting values into the sine rule. Now, one thing you're going to notice is one of these three ratios is not going to be needed, so you can cross it out. This means we can use the sine rule to find an unknown side when we're given two angles and a side. And you want to make sure that one of those angles and sides are opposite from one another, and here's how we set it up. The length of side A divided by the sine of 120 is going to be equal to 2 divided by the sine of 30. Now we have enough information to solve for the side length marked A. All right, here's an example. I want you to set this one up, and we'll come back in our next video and talk about how to solve for these. Thanks for watching. Please send any patai, mauri mahi, mauri ora, kakiteano.